So what we're going to do is I'm just going to continue to taxi, go off to the left, and go all the way to the beginning of the runway.
Okay.
And Midland traffic, SportStar, India, Juliet, Kilo Yankees, backtracking 34.
So I'm steering the plane with my feet. You can probably feel the pedals moving on you right now.
Yeah.
If I push my left foot down, the plane will turn left on the ground.
Okay.
If I push my right foot down, it'll turn right. So see how it's going this way? I'm going to correct by pushing my right foot a little bit. See that?
Yeah.
The same thing, I want to go the other way. It's going to start going this way. Now I'm starting to roll a little bit fast. And if I keep doing that, we can eventually tip it over a little bit. So I don't want to go too fast when you do that.
Okay.
This lever right here is for our flaps. Flaps are located underneath the wing. They kind of drop down like that. They're big, long, flap-looking things. And they drop down and help make the wing bigger. And when you get a bigger wing, it flies easier.
Okay.
So in order for the plane to take off, to get the plane off the ground relatively quick, I want to give it a little bit of flaps to help it lift quicker. Once we get up and flying, we're going to take those flaps, turn them off, and we're going to have just a nice clean looking wing.
Okay.
So we picked the right runway. I'm looking right out there. See that windsock?
Yeah.
Blowing right at us almost. So we have a wind coming straight at us. So what you can expect today for this flight, Max, is when we get off the ground, it might be rocking and rolling a little bit. That's completely normal, okay?
Okay.
So as it's hot, the sun is shining down, it's creating some bumpy air. But the higher we get, the smoother it's going to get. And this plane's going to climb pretty quick. It might feel a little crazy at points, but don't worry, that's totally normal, okay?
Okay.
All right, so if you're ready, I'm ready. I just want you to feel the stick. Don't lock up on it, right? Just be nice and loose, right? Don't try to steer it when I'm steering it. When I get you up there, then you can take over after. But I just want you to feel what I'm doing, okay?
Okay.
And Midland traffic, Juliet, Kilo Yankee on the roll, 34.
So what I'm doing is I'm now just squeezing this little button down to unlock the throttle, and I'm going to go to full power by pushing it all the way into the dash. Steering with my feet still. I'm pushing a little bit of right
Calling the traffic,
pressure.
Yankee Charlie Sierra is downwind for 31, stop and go.
Pulling up on the nose a little bit. Look at that, we're already flying.
Oh.
So far it's not too bumpy, and there's some of the bumps. Look at that, it shoots right up.
Whoa.
There's a little bit of wind coming at us. So what I'm kind of doing is I'm trying to keep the plane level. I don't want the wings to tip over on us. So you can kind of feel what I'm doing with the stick. Every time the wind blows me, I move that stick again.
Okay.
We're almost 900 feet over the ground.
Approaching altitude.
Okay.
Calling the traffic, Yankee Charlie Sierra is turning base for...
Now we're at 1,000 feet over the ground.
Okay.
I'm just going to keep going higher until it gets smoother.
Leaving altitude.
You okay with the heights?
Yep.
Awesome. Man, you're braver than I was at that age.
Calling the traffic, November Echo Charlie, making left, turn out toward the air to the west, to Lake Edina, climbing altitude 4,000 feet.
Feeling a bit smoother up here. It's not bumping around so much. I think I'll go to a little bit higher, and then I'll level this thing off, and we'll start showing you how to control this.
Awesome.
And the other flight you took, did you get a chance to control it?
Yes.
Awesome. nice and smooth up here.
Whoa.
Wow, I'm still surprised it's so bumpy up here. So right off our right here, this is Penetang Machine.
Okay.
And over off this wing here, that's Midland.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to find a nice smooth spot for us to fly so we're not getting kicked around by the wind so much.
Okay.
Leaving altitude.
We're chopping Yankee Charlie Sierra, airborne on 3-1 for the circuit.
You play video games?
Pardon?
Do you play video games?
Yeah.
Okay, so that'll make it a little easier for you to do this.
Yeah.
Okay, so that being the case, I'm going to start describing a few of the things on this plane that we need to look at when it comes to these gauges. This guy right here is called our airspeed indicator. The airspeed indicator is where this needle is pointing, or where those numbers are right there. It says we're doing 80 knots, 79, see how it's bouncing all over the place?
Yeah.
As long as this plane does not go slower than 65, we're very safe flying.
Okay.
The way we can slow this plane down is by pulling back on the stick. So watch what happens when I pull back on the stick to climb. Watch how it starts slowing down.
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah.
So right there, it's starting to get too slow, so I'm going to put the nose forward. The nose controls the speed of the plane.
Okay.
So if we want to go faster, we just push the nose down like that, and it starts going faster and faster and faster.
Yeah.
The other gauge we use all the time when flying is this right here. This is called an altimeter.
Okay.
This tells us what we're doing in the air if we're either going up or down. Now that little needle right there is telling us right now that we are at, we look at the, sort of like the hands of a clock, like my watch. The big hand here says we're at 2, so we got 1, 2, and 3. So we're at 2,700 feet with the 7.
Okay.
See the needle pointing a little bit near the 7?
Yeah.
If that needle points to the 8, we're at 2,800 feet.
Okay.
And plus it tells you right there.
Oh, okay.
Is there a specific spot you'd like to fly over and take some pictures? Because I can go there. We can go in that direction too. If you want to take a picture of your house or something, or whatever you want to do.
Sure.
Okay, where do you live? Midland, Penetang?
By the, ferry that go to Christian Island.
Oh, the ferry that goes to Christian Island?
Around there.
Okay, so that's going to be out that way.
Yeah, around, that's, this.
But I want you to start controlling this thing on your own, so.
Okay.
So you tell me whenever you're ready, and then I'm going to start walking you through a few things.
Okay.
You ready?
Sure.
Okay. So to take the plane, say I want to take the plane and go that way.
Okay.
What we got to do is we got to take this control stick and move it a little bit like that. See how the plane banks?
Yeah.
If I don't stop the bank, it'll roll right on its side, so I have to push back like this to stop it.
Okay.
Now the key to being a good pilot is to do a turn without moving this altitude up or down.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to climb it till this needle is on this little blue marker there. That's
Okay.
a little marker for you to aim for.
Okay.
So now we're at 2,800 feet.
final for 3-1, stop and go.
So this is 2,800 feet right now.
Okay.
If you want to take the plane and go that way, what do you think you do?
Turn it
So
that way.
go for it, try it. So right now you're pointing it towards the ground a little bit, pull back a little bit and turn, that's it. Nice. Now try to straighten this out again. That's it. Very nice. So right now we're flying down a little bit because see how this needle is going down, so pull back.
Leaving altitude.
If you pull back, you'll see the needle will start going back up again.
Yeah.
Approaching altitude.
There it goes. Now you're back to 2,800 feet.
Hello, traffic, Yankee Charlie Jones airborne off 3-1 for the circuit.
You notice we're not doing much with our feet at all right now.
Yeah.
The plane's kind of flying itself. But I want you to take the plane and try move it around a little bit.
Off Lake Eugenia at 4,000 feet, going to be practicing simulated forced approach, 4,000 feet.
See what's happening? We're going down again, so just give a pull back a little bit. We want to try to keep the plane flying level, at least at one altitude.
Approaching altitude.
Sort of feeling what it's doing?
Yeah.
So the ferry to Christian Island, I think, is somewhere down here.
Yeah, we just flew over my house.
Oh, cool.
Back there.
Do you want to take a picture? Go ahead. You could always turn it around and go back in that direction.
Okay.
Is there a certain area you want to fly to? Did you want to fly towards Barrie? You want to go towards Victoria Harbor? Wasaga Beach?
Midland, I guess.
Oh, Midland's easy to get to. So you can take the plane and steer it in the direction that you want to go.
Okay.
Leaving altitude.
That's pretty cool. You're not afraid of the heights or anything, huh?
No.
Good.
calling with traffic, Yankee Charlie Sierra, turning final for 31, stop and go.
So directly in front of you, I don't know if you can recognize it, but that's Midland up there.
Cool.
Penetang comes first, then Midland.
Okay.
Leaving altitude.
If you have any questions for me, please ask.
Okay.
You're gently climbing the plane right now. That's fine. We're just going to keep going higher and higher. I just want to make sure you know you're doing it. There you go. The way to tell if you're flying this plane completely level is this instrument right here.
Okay.
See that little needle? When it's on the 0, that means it's level.
Okay.
When it's below the 0, it means we're going down a little bit. If it's really far below, that means we're going down very fast.
Well, traffic, Yankee Charlie Sierra.
That's it.
Airborne off 31 for the circuit.
So generally what the pilots do is we learn how to understand what all these instruments do, and then we just fly by looking outside and peeking down there.
Okay.
We just do a quick peek and then keep flying by looking around. Because you're always looking for other planes to make sure we don't collide with somebody or have any close calls, right?
Yeah.
Well, you're doing well. My hands are not on there at all, so you're doing good.
Okay.
Huronia, traffic system 150, Golf November, Quebec, Victor, currently on the route, bringing taxi Bravo over to Charlie and backtrack for a 3-4 departure. Northbound climb out to 2000, and conflicting in the Huronia traffic area, November, Quebec, Victor.
And Midland traffic, SportStar, India Juliet Kilo Yankees at 3,000 feet just above Midland and flying between Midland and Victoria Harbor, airwork 3,000 and below.
We're coming up on Midland now.
Okay.
You starting to recognize places down there?
Huronia traffic, November, Quebec, Victor. Entering the active for backtrack on 3-4 for northbound.
So right now you're diving the plane. We're going down.
Huronia, air traffic, November, Quebec, Victor.
That's it. Yeah, we went down about 500 feet there.
Okay.
Doesn't take much. Yeah, it's getting all bumpy.
Yeah.
That's that thermal bumps I was talking about. That's that heat from the sun.
Okay.
It's heating up the earth and causing hot bubbles to kind of come off, air bubbles that we can't even see.
Okay.
That's why it's getting so bumpy.
Huronia traffic system 150, November, Quebec, Victor, on the roll for 3-4, northbound departure, climb to 2000. Any conflicting Huronia traffic, November, Quebec, Victor. Flying with traffic, Yankee Charlie Sierra, turning final for 3-1, stop go.
Feeling okay so far?
Yeah.
Stomach's good?
Yeah.
Huronia traffic, this is the 150 November Quebec Victor. Airborne off 34, climbing straight out to the north 2000. Over Christian Island and switching over to 26.7. Huronia traffic.
Is there another place you want to try flying to?
I don't know really.
If you keep going in this direction, we'll end up at Barrie.
Okay.
Over that way is Wasaga Beach.
Okay.
I don't know, it depends on where you want to go. You get to go wherever you want during this hour, so.
I guess let's go to Barrie.
Okay, so see that road right there? We want to follow that road.
Okay.
And if it starts getting too bumpy like this, we just start going up again.
Okay.
But I really want you to control the aircraft as much as you want, because the whole purpose of doing it, right, is to learn how to fly it.
Yeah.
So try to take the plane and start climbing. Just pull towards you a little bit, just gently. And let's get that needle start going up again. So as you're doing that, look what's happening with your airspeed. See how slow it got?
Yeah.
So I'm adding more power from the engine, so it doesn't go any slower. If it starts going too slow, you're gonna have to put the stick forward again.
Okay.
Approaching altitude.
There's a good altitude here, 3,000 feet's nice.
Yeah.
You can let the nose kind of drop a little bit, and then we just go
Altitude.
level again.
Approaching altitude.
With traffic, motor glider Victor Echo Echo overhead the field 2,200. Southbound, descend on the north side, cross over, for left down, wind 3-1.
Those little bumps can surprise you. It causes the wings to rock and roll.
Leaving altitude.
You're dropping again.
Calling with traffic, Yankee Charlie Sierra, turning final for 31, full stop.
Traffic, Motorglider Victor Echo Echo, entering left downwind, 31, full stop.
Sometimes those hot pockets of air can really push this plane around.
Yeah.
Approaching altitude.
Line with traffic, Motorglider Victor Echo.
Leaving altitude.
Victor Echo Echo, turning final 31, cold stop, Solomon.
Approaching altitude.
Hello, traffic, Yankee Charlie Sierra, clear the active 31.
So this is a good time for me to show you what the pedals do.
Okay.
So as you're looking and we're flying straight this way, let's just try not to drop. We're starting to go down again. That's it. If I push this leg down, I have to allow this leg to come up. So if I push this one leg down, look straight forward outside and watch what happens when I push the left foot down. See how the nose is starting to go that way?
Yeah.
It's steering the tail this way, causing the nose to go that way. If I push the right one down, watch what happens. I think you're pushing against me. Yeah, you are. You gotta be very loose with your legs.
Okay.
Okay, watch, you're gonna go left foot. Watch how the nose goes left. Right foot, the nose goes right.
Okay.
It helps us do turns. So when we want to do the turns really nice and perfect, we start using our feet at the same time as our hands, but very gently always on the feet.
Okay.
Do you find that it's really hard to keep it at the same altitude?
Kind of.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a pain.
Leaving altitude.
You can probably see over that way. There's another airport right there.
Yeah.
Hard to fly it straight, isn't it?
Yeah.
Approaching altitude.
Lake Simcoe traffic, this is 172 Golf Romeo Juliet Victor, just about coming up overhead the field at 2,000 feet and going to the north side to descend down circuit height to come back for a mid-right downwind for runway 10.
You're fine with this turbulence? It doesn't bother you?
No.
Good. So over here, that's Barrie.
Okay.
Leaving altitude. Approaching altitude.
You want to try something that's a little bit hard?
Okay.
Lake Simcoe traffic, Beach Bonanza Golf, Sierra Charlie Victor, 3,900 feet, descending to 1,900 feet, about a mile west of Aurelia, inbound for landing on runway 10.
So let's take this plane and let's turn it all the way around back in the direction we came from.
Okay.
Without losing or gaining altitude. That's the hard thing. So
Okay.
keep it at 3,000 feet and do a turn all the way back in the direction we came from. That's very good, Max. Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people have a hard time with a turn like that because they start concentrating too much on making the turn that they start going down or up.
Oh.
That was good. You held that altitude pretty close.
Leaving altitude.
Descending to altitude 1,700 feet, going to be joining straight in downwind 431, stop and go.
It's tricky, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Anything that you wanted to try doing in the plane?
Not really.
No, just keep flying?
Yeah.
All right. Now we're nice and high. We're at 3,500 feet. That's fine to be up here. We can stay up here if you like. Might be a little less bumpy than down there.
Leaving altitude.
Calling with traffic, November Echo Charlie's entering left downwind 31 for a stop and go.
Do you recognize where we are?
Not really.
No. Just so you got an idea, Wasaga Beach is over there,
Okay.
along the water. Midland is directly in front of us. It's hard to see though.
Okay.
It's straight that way.
Calling with traffic, Cessna Cardinal Foxtrot Quebec Echo Kilo is currently at 3,000 feet over the town of Wasaga Beach. We'll be traveling south over Stainer and then back over to Collingwood traffic. Collingwood traffic.
Why don't you try flying to the water over there?
Okay.
You're doing well. You've been controlling the plane the majority of the time.
Yeah.
Calling with traffic, November Echo Charlie, turning base 31, stop and go.
That was a good lift.
Yeah.
Some days it'll get so bad that you'll be bouncing right out of the seat, back and forth.
Traffic, November Echo Charlie, turning final 31, stop and go.
Leaving altitude. Approaching altitude.
Now when you're flying, what are you looking at? You're looking mostly in here? Or everywhere?
Kind of everywhere.
Good. Yeah, that's what you want to do. You want to look around.
Leaving altitude.
You want to make sure you're going the direction that you wanted to try to go.
Charlie, comfortable, 31 remaining, it's perfect.
So today, the purpose of today is to get you to feel the plane, see what it does.
Yeah.
Play with it.
Approaching
And
altitude.
your mom was saying if you want to go forward and start training, then whenever we start doing that, what we do is we'll start the very first time and we're going to practice on making sure you're always at the same altitude.
Okay.
And we try to fly as straight as possible. Until you master that, then we get into practicing how we do turns without losing altitude. And then we start doing climbs and descents. And once you do all those things very well, then we start doing landings and takeoffs.
Okay.
Calling with Unicom, it's Golf Uniform Bravo Bravo, requesting radio check.
So the airport we started and came from is right off the tip of this wing there. I don't know if you can see it.
That's the Cardinal, Foxtrot,
Okay.
Quebec Echo
See
Kilo.
it?
It's currently 3 miles
Yeah.
to the south of Collingwood Airport. We'll be joining.
So we're gonna
downwind
eventually
left
start
runway
going in that
31,
direction.
Stop, Collingwood
Okay.
traffic.
Calling traffic, November Echo Charlie, turning left downwind 314, stop and go.
Leaving altitude. Approaching altitude.
Collingwood traffic, Foxtrot, Quebec Echo Kilo is just entering the downwind left runway 31. We, with the traffic, will come in number 2 for landing at 31 Collingwood traffic.
And Midland area traffic, this is SportStar, India Juliet Kilo Yankee, 10 miles southwest of the field at 3,000 feet. Going to descend to 2,300 for the turnaround procedure to join the mid-left downwind 34.
Collingwood traffic, November Echo Charlie, turning base 314, stop and go.
So right now when we're talking to each other, only you and I can hear it. On the front of this stick is a little button. When I push that, everybody can hear what we say.
Okay.
But right now it's only us. Whenever I pushed it a second ago, it was me talking to everybody else.
Okay. Downwind length with the traffic, we'll extend our downwind to come in well behind the other plane on stage like Collingwood traffic.
Collingwood traffic, November Echo Charlie, turning final 3-1, stop and go.
So the airport we came from is right over there.
Okay.
Over the front of the nose. What we'll do is we're going to fly in that direction. See where the water is? See where it kind of comes in like that?
Yeah.
We'll fly towards that direction there.
Okay.
And we can start letting the plane come down.
Okay.
We can go as low as 2,300 feet.
Okay.
So you can just start letting that nose come down. That's it. We're just going to fly right towards the water. And I'll make it just a bit easier. I'm going to reduce the engine power a little bit.
Okay.
See how it starts coming down?
Yeah.
Collingwood traffic, Quebec Echo Kilo is turning final runway 31 for full stop, Collingwood traffic.
Traffic, November Echo Charlie, doesn't roll 3-1, remaining in circuit.
Now, as we start getting closer to the ground, it's probably going to start getting bumpier again.
Yeah.
In order to land at an airport, we have to land in what they call this circuit. It's an imaginary highway that exists above the airport in the air.
Okay.
So we can't see it. We can't just go to the runway and land. We have to go and fly a certain procedure. It gets quite complicated, so I will do that, but not yet. I'm going to let you keep flying. I'm going to tell you when and where to turn to get us in line for that.
Okay.
So now that we're coming
Approaching
close
altitude.
to 2,300 feet, you can start pulling back and leveling off again. Very good. Now you can take the plane and turn us this way towards the airport. Just try to stay at 2,300 feet. You're climbing a little bit, so let the nose come down a little bit. Very good. Nice. We're going to fly right over top of the middle of the airport in that direction. What we do when we fly over top of the airport at this height is we look down and see if we can see the windsock and see what direction it's blowing.
Okay.
So that gives us an idea of which way we want to land this plane.
Okay.
So I can see the windsock on this side of the field blowing this way. So
Yeah.
we're going to land that way.
And Midland traffic, Juliet Kilo Yankee is overhead the field at 2,300 for the turnaround procedure to join a mid-left downwind 3-4.
We'll just keep flying in this direction there towards the swamp you see in front of us.
Okay.
Defender Charlie, it's talking to Bravo Bravo. What's your position in the circuit?
This is Evektor Charlie. I'm just about to start my base turn for 3-1 full stop.
So what we're going to do is we're going to start lowering this plane down to 1,800 feet.
Okay.
So we want that needle all the way where that blue one is when it goes down.
Okay.
You can start letting the nose come down again. Because we're at 2,300, we want to be at 1,800.
No traffic, Evektor Charlie, turning base 3-1 full stop.
Going down a little bit steep, so I'm just going to pull back a little bit for you.
Okay.
Don't want to be pointing straight at the ground. We're almost there. Another 200 feet to go.
Okay.
Approaching altitude.
Now we're going to take the plane and turn it all the way around and go right back towards that airport.
Okay.
So just totally take a turn.
Which way?
Let's go that way.
Evektor Charlie, turning final 3-1 full stop.
Just try to keep the altitude at 1,800 feet. That's it. And just keep that turn going in that direction. It's very hard to see the airport right now. Actually, you probably can't. We're just going to fly straight that way.
Okay.
That's it. Right in this direction. Go straight this way, Max. And we want 1,800 feet. That's it. Just let the nose come down a little bit. Once we get over top of the airport, I'll take over because it's going to get very, very busy there.
Okay.
Approaching altitude.
You're doing very well. You've controlled the aircraft most of the time.
Awesome.
So here we are, 1,800 feet. We're going to level off right here and just keep flying in this direction. Seems silly that we just didn't come in and land, but that's not the way it works. We have to do exactly what we just did.
Okay.
Now we're going to cross over. We're going to make a left turn, and one more, and then we're landing. I have to make a radio announcement.
And Midland traffic, Juliet Kilo Yankee is overhead the field to join a mid-left downwind 3-4 full stop.
So from here, I'll take over because it's going to get real crazy here.
Okay.
But that was really good. How did you feel you did?
Pretty good.
I think you did really good. You only flew a plane once before, right?
Yeah.
That was for like less than 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Wow. Really good, man. Really good. So this is the whole landing procedure. We're going to be turning left along this road here.
Okay.
And we call this entering the downwind. There's an imaginary road that goes this way in the air.
Okay.
And Midland traffic, Juliet Kilo Yankee turning left downwind 3-4 full stop.
So we're gonna fly straight in this direction for a little bit more, then we're gonna turn that way.
Okay.
Nice and straight, and then a nice turn right towards the runway.
Okay.
Midland traffic, Juliet Kilo Yankee, turning left base, 34, full stop.
You can see where the runway is, right? Right over there?
Yeah.
That's our target.
Okay.
But now I'm just taking this plane and slowing it down. Pulling the things right here called flaps. It's a lever. Those flaps come down from underneath our wings, make the wing larger. Might be a little bit of a bumpy ride on the way down.
Leaving altitude.
And Midland traffic, Juliet Kilo is flying on the 34.
Calling a traffic, Bravo rolling 31 for left down departure.
So this is what they call final approach.
Okay.
Some people find it the hardest thing to do in flying, and some people find it not bad.
Okay.
I'm just gradually letting this plane come down while keeping a perfect airspeed there. I want to keep this plane at around 65 knots.
Okay.
So if it starts going too slow, I push the nose forward and it speeds up.
Okay.
If it starts going too fast, I pull back. But then it starts getting all bumpy and you have to do with all the other controls too. I'm starting to use my feet a lot right now, steering the nose of the plane left and right. Flying along the runway, nice and smooth, and we're down.
Awesome.
So how was that, Max? Good stuff. So I could use the brakes that I have down on my feet, but I don't need them right now because we still have a long way to go to enter what they call over there the ramp. That's where the planes park. We call it a ramp or an apron.
Okay.
This is obviously runway. That's the ramp or apron.
Calling a traffic, uniform Bravo Bravo, leaving the circuit with a left-hand turn westbound towards Lake Union area.
Yeah, there she is.
And Midland traffic, Juliet Kilo Yankee, down and clear active 34 on the ramp.